Grand Rising family. Just another quick video right here. This video is about to be about the DNA test kits, the ancestry stuff. We had been studying this for years, and we've been proven debunked, that stuff was false, and they want to make our peoples African for a certain kind of reason, and they don't want us to find our real ancestry. So they came out with those fake tests. And this video right here is to prove it. Reason I'm bringing this back up because I had seen this beautiful sister I'm following on YouTube. She had shared the test and was taking the test. And I'm not against what she doing. You know what I mean? But I just want to put this out here just in case she haven't ran across this information about them tests. But whatever people doing, y'all do. I'm not here to debunk nobody. I'm not here to straighten up nobody. I'm just here to add a little helpful information that I came across in these years. And this guy video I'm finna show, this is Camario. Me and Camario, we don't even get along. We don't agree on a lot of stuff, but this video, he seen a lot of the videos I seen too, and he created this little compilation about the DNA, and it's easier to share this than me going all through the studies and showing y'all, So shout out to Camario for this, and this is fair use. You know what I mean? This is fair use right here, but here you go right here. This is a pretty decent video. I studied this years ago. Like I found this out like 2016 or something like that. Yeah. And I've been telling people about this for years, man.
This article says here, genetics, the science and business of genetic ancestry testing. All right, Deborah A. Bolnick and all these scientists, professors, all right, they contributed to this. Consumers often purchase these tests to learn about their race or ethnicity, but there is no clear-cut connection between an individual's DNA and his or her racial or ethnic affiliation. Again, there is no clear-cut connection between an individual's DNA and his or her racial or ethnic affiliation. Many genetic ancestry tests also claim to tell consumers where their ancestral lineage originated. All right, again, they claim, all right, and the social group to which their ancestors belong.
Fair use.
Present-day patterns of residence are rarely identical to what existed in the past, and social groups have changed over time in name and composition. Databases of present-day samples may therefore provide false leads. Thus, these tests should not be seen as determining the race or ethnicity of a test taker. They cannot pinpoint the place of origin or social affiliation of even one ancestor with exact certainty.
See that?
A young black geneticist named Dr. Rick Kittles, who at the time was teaching at Howard University, sent me a letter. He's now at the University of Chicago Medical School. And he said that he was asking various
fair use, family.
men if they would...
This right here, this is Henry Kittles Jr. This dude right here, he about to fully expose what them DNA tests, what they out here doing behind closed doors with them DNA tests. Fair use. This is for educational purposes.
Submit themselves to this new test. And through this test, he could trace on your mother's line where in Africa you were from. Man, that was some serious stuff. And I said, yeah, I called him right away. And I said, definitely. How badly do I want to know where I'm from in Africa? But I really wanted to know. I'd wanted to know since I was 9 years old. So, let's go for it. I said, Rick, what's up, man? Where am I from in Africa? Where are my people? I want to jump on a plane and go. I thought I'd buy some land, get a fine little African sister, to hook up. I was single at the time, don't get me wrong. I'm still single. Well. So he said, well, we had to run, your results were anomalous. And we had to run them many times. But we finally figured out where you're from. You are descended on your mother's side from the Nubian people. Now, all African Americans, not all African Americans, but many African Americans want to be descended from one or two ethnic groups. Either the Zulu, because the Chaka Zulu and the Zulu kicked the English in the behind in the Boer Wars, right? Until they finally were overcome. But you want to be Zulu, or you want to be Nubian. Who were the Nubians? The Nubians were the black pharaohs. And so a Nubian, and all these people wanted to be Nubians, descended from the black pharaohs. So I called Malefi first thing. I said, Malefi, I just got my results back. I am a Nubian. Where are you from? I am the true African prince. My friend Anthony Appiah, whose uncle was the Asantehene, the king of the Asante people. And when Rick Kittle sent me a certificate announcing I was Nubian, Anthony Appiah looked at it and said, "What a ton of rubbish."
Flat out,
Why
though.
did he say that? Well, there's a slight problem with being either Zulu or Nubian if you're African American. You know what the problem is? None of our ancestors who came here in slavery came from South Africa, the Zulu people, or from
You hear
Nubia.
that?
None, zero.
So none of the stories even come from Zulu or South African, but they just telling niggas they giving them tests back and telling them they South Africans and all that. Man, that's just it.
Slight problem with being either Zulu or Nubian. South Africa, the Zulu people, or from Nubia. None, zero. When Oprah was finally in the first series, and we gave her DNA test, basically the next day she went to South Africa to announce that she was opening what became the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy. She was in an auditorium like 75,000 people or something, and she announced that she just had the test and that she was Zulu. So it broke on CNN. I was sitting in my living room minding my own business and said, Oprah Winfrey's a Zulu.
Watch this.
So I called Rick Kittles, and I said, Rick, did you tell Oprah she was a Zulu? He goes, no, man, she made that up herself.
You hear that? So Oprah did some business, and I remember when she was doing business in Africa, she went out there building schools, but her name was in all that rape and trafficking them African kids on the low, but they ain't post that stuff media wide. You know, y'all can look that up. Her name real heavy in that molestation and trafficking African kids. You feel me? And so that's why she used this scheme. But look what he finna say. She said she made up she was Zulu, but watch this.
It's a true story. It's a true story. I would lie to make you laugh, but I'm telling you a true story. So I said, Rick, are you in your lab? He said, yeah. I said, is anybody there? He said, no. I said, when the results come in, make her Zulu, man.
You see what I'm saying?
I said,
you heard what he said? When the results come in, make her a Zulu. Watch what he finna say now.
you back there making it up anyway.
What if you could get rid of your kitchen garbage at the push of a button? Hey, I'm African.
Commercial and pause.
And I want to introduce you to my friend Lomi.
I said, you back there making it up anyway.
Yeah, you see that? They make that junk
Nobody
up.
believe you could take some spit and figure out how to try it? What, are you crazy?
You hear that?
Nobody believe you could take some spit and figure out how to try it? What, are you crazy?
You crazy? Y'all hear that, family? Henry Louis Gates said it out his own mouth. I'm about to pause it and come back with a little more footage. I ain't gonna make this video too long.
No one can say for
They got people on here taking tests from 3 different companies and all different results.
For sure where Vi's maternal ancestor
I even seen-
actually came from.
Or DNA.
I even seen studies where people sent in, because this how deep it started turning into arguments against the Pan-African people. This how I got into this DNA stuff. And I seen people in the Aboriginal community taking spit swabs and stuff from their animals, cats and dogs, and sending it. And they was coming back, they was African and all this stuff like that. And these weren't even humans, these was animals. So y'all gotta watch, man. They got a whole bunch of hijacks for y'all. I'm gonna share this last little part, then I'm gonna end this.
It's called into question They are the kind advertised on TV claiming to trace your ancestry. A woman says she used 2 different popular services to trace her family history and got wildly different results. Fox 32's Tia Ewing reports. And I was shocked.
Smith's breakdown from Ancestry showed 97% European and 2% Asian.
I'm a black girl. I am not a Jewish white lady. I'm black. My parents were black.
She contacted Ancestry with questions, but says a rep told her the results are accurate.
She told me there was no way they could have made an error.
Smith decided to try again, but this time she submitted a DNA to 23andMe.
And the results were very different, but they were not a surprise to me.
The 23andMe findings showed 70% African for Smith, after Ancestry's findings showed none.
See what I'm saying?
Kids can't be right.
None of them right, boo.
These DNA tests for ethnicity are entertainment value only. Entertainment value
You heard what he just said?
Entertainment value only.
And it's a doctor.
Entertainment value only.
William Gilliland is a biology professor at DePaul. He says DNA kits can be great for connecting family members and finding relatives. But the
DNA kits could be good with connecting you to a person that you like your kids. Like how you go take a DNA, y'all got the same DNA, the same genetics, but you can't take no spit swab and tell you come from a land. Like you can't take no spit swab and say you come from a certain land. That don't make sense. I
science
think he
for
gonna.
ethnicity testing isn't as concrete.
There's
Yeah.
nothing that confident for ethnicity. There's no diagnostic nucleotide. You can say this person is from Europe, this person's from Africa.
It's exciting to make discoveries like this, but if they're not true, it's heartbreaking.
Yes.
Want to believe,
They want to believe they've gotten an answer.
and it's not fair of us to let them believe that we're giving them certain answers because scientifically, we just can't.
You hear that?
Hank Greeley is concerned.
He said people believe they got an answer, but it's not fair to let them think that. And we know it's scientifically not even, it could never happen. You can never link nobody to a landmass, man. This shit is stupid.
That the science isn't really there yet for you to be giving them the name of a tribe.
I think for most companies, I would be concerned too.
But what about your own company?
We have
He
the
didn't
largest,
exclude you. He included you.
but we have the largest.
It's always the niggas to be
set of,
slick.
Sequences from Africa, and so with that, we're able to provide.
The only people that could trick us as slickers is our own people, and that's why they put our own people in the forefront of bull junk. You got a melanated, a black man telling you an African, you will believe it. They sent some junk, and this brother been ripping people off for years, man.
Some level of probability in terms of frequency.
But
He ain't
would
no
say
brother.
that even though you have the largest database,
It's
it's
an
still
Edomite.
small.